All right. We have a fantastic gentleman with us, Shashwat Mishra, aka Drog Baba. Shashwat, it is fantastic to have you here. For all of the non-football viewers, the reference, of course, as you can see, is he's a big Chelsea fan. And Shashwat, great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Arup. Looking forward to the conversation.
Awesome, awesome. Uh, Shashwat, I mean, besides being Chelsea fan, football follower, and things like that, you are now primarily a content creator, right? In
Mhm.
sport. That's why we're having this conversation. Kite Talks is all about bringing people within the space together and understanding where they're at and sort of kind of the business side of it as well a little bit. But I want to start maybe a little from the beginning. How did you get into sort of content creation and was it something that you consciously did or it just kind of happened by chance?
Definitely something I did not do consciously. Uh, all I like to do was express my opinions, make content on football, and never really thought that I would do it at some point in my life as a full-time job, creating content on football. So yeah, like most of us, I was in a corporate job, a typical corporate job, like a 9 to 5,
You're an
nine.
engineer by profession, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah,
technically.
yeah. Engineer
B-Tech.
and MBA. So
Amazing,
the
amazing. Sorry, go on, go
most
on.
common combination that you'll get around it. So yeah, I was in a typical sales job, working from 9 to 5 was the supposed time, but it never ended on 5. It always used to stretch out to 7 or 8 p.m. So yeah, when the lockdown hit, so I started to make some content. 2021, the second wave when it hit. So Chelsea were also doing very well. They were in the Champions League knockout stages. So I thought it would be a good time to express my views. And it was a very strange time for all of us as we all hadn't seen football being played or any sport for that matter being played behind closed doors. So it was something new at that point of time. And all I used to do was come back home from my job and just make a video or two about Chelsea or about general stuff. Then the UEFA Euro happened. That got me like a very good boost in terms of the
Nice.
statistics in my channel. And yeah, then one thing led to another, and like in April 2022, 1 year later, almost, I was in a comfortable enough position to quit my job and do this full time. So yeah, that is how it all came about.
Amazing, amazing. No, and I mean that tells I think a lot of us like you got to just be consistent and stick to what you love, you know. I think
Yeah,
that's
I'm
critical.
blessed to do that.
Amazing, amazing. So right in the start, did you focus on a particular platform or like were you pushing your content across multiple or how was that?
I started off with YouTube,
Okay.
and like as I told you, I did not really think that I could make it big or anywhere, because I had this wrong perception that people don't want to listen to us talking about football, or it's a very, very niche community. It is still a very niche community, but I did not think that it could be so much big that it could allow me to do this full time. So all I used to do was post my content on YouTube. And when you like post a new video and you have to share the link with your friends and family. So like when you put the status on the WhatsApp, I used to put the status on the WhatsApp that please do make sure to check out my new video. So the views on that status used to be more than what I used to get on the video. So it was it was a rude awakening that no matter how hard you try, if the content does not reaches out itself to a larger part of the community, I don't think so it will work. So like I used to get double digit views, then started to get triple digit views. Then when I used to when I was getting consistently 1,000 views, 1,500 to 2,000 views, then I was like, okay, now I can maybe just try and shift gears over here. So then from long form videos, I shifted to shorts as well. I started incorporating shorts as well. I used to
Nice.
post those shorts on Instagram. So Instagram gave me a good response. So I was like, okay,
Amazing.
there is potential in this. So, but it started off with YouTube primarily, and now I focus on Instagram and YouTube mostly.
From a content point of view, do you see it also kind of relevant to say, I mean, of course, being a Chelsea fan, is it relevant to sort of how the team is doing? And for you also, um, do you feel the need to stay unbiased in some certain way?
Yeah, definitely. I like no one would want you to go gaga about your team every time if they play bad also. So you have to be unbiased, and when the other team is doing well, you have to point out the things that they've done well in a particular game. You cannot be like, oh, it was like a fluke, that's why Chelsea lost. You cannot do that. uh, and funnily enough, if your team does bad, then it's the time that your views really take up like jump up,
Interesting.
because everyone wants to know how you are feeling. Are you angered? Are you
Yeah,
agitated? Or
yeah.
are you like frustrated with what you've seen from your team? So uh, so yeah, I mean, when your team is not doing well, I think that's the time. Because whenever I do a live stream, and if Chelsea loses that game, oh, the spike in the viewership when the match ends is crazy.
Nice. So, I mean, I know you mentioned you started in the lockdown. Of course, that whole COVID period saw a massive boost in consumption, online and a lot of people uh, creating content but also consuming. Have things changed since then? Have you seen maybe a dip or maybe a rise or like or the way you got to approach some of the content creation?
No, I think it's on the rise. FIFA World Cup did a fantastic job for all the content creators.
Awesome,
The
awesome.
kind of response that we got, like now it's 24, last to last year. It
Yeah,
still feels like
right.
2022 was the last year.
That's true.
But yeah, the kind of work that we all did, all me and the other content creators, and we have a very close knit community. Like everyone is very helpful, everyone is ready to collaborate, everyone helps out everyone if they learn something new. So that's a thing that we all try to do together. So yeah, FIFA World Cup really helped us attract new audience. And like literally there are people who in a live stream or in any particular video, like they tell me, Baba, I don't know if it's a positive thing or a negative thing, but I have become a Chelsea fan because of you. So at this point of time, all I tell them is I'm sorry, because this is the worst time as a Chelsea fan right now, and you became a Chelsea fan because of me. But
Fair enough.
it's an example of how people are taking that interest in football and FIFA World Cup. Then right now, if we talk about this season, we'll have Copa America, we'll have the European Championship.
Yeah.
Then Indian football team is doing pretty well. If we
Mhm.
talk about the international stage, the Asia Cup is about to begin,
Yep.
in which we play. So all of that is helping us to create this big community. And slowly but gradually people are taking interest, and there are also like sub categories in this community. Like there is a chunk of people who only watch Indian football.
Yep.
They are not that inclined towards the European football. So like if you make a content on Indian football, they will watch only that content. They might not
Got it.
be very inclined towards European content, and vice versa. So there are only people who watch it for Messi and Ronaldo, like their
True.
favorite
True.
players. So there are subcategories in the community as well. So it allows us to, expand the content creation dynamic as well.
Nice. I mean, you mentioned Indian football, and I mean, of course, from a content creator community that you spoke about, how important do you think it is for, I guess, the growth of Indian football? Of course, yes, the team has to do well on the field. There's no
Mhm.
two ways about it. But it's required, right, for people to kind of talk about the sport, talk about the good, the bad, and have you seen kind of the change based on people responding back to you guys as creators?
Yes, I think first of all, for us as a footballing nation to do well, the culture has to change.
True.
Like for example, if you see with cricket, every road, every roof, people are playing, kids are playing cricket. Now that has also gone down. I don't know why. It's because of the mobile gaming or whatnot.
Yeah.
But the day people start playing, or the kids start playing football in every nook and corner of the country, I think that will automatically help us raise the talent pool that we have got right now. uh, all of this you cannot expect to happen in say next 10 years. Like okay, this thing has to be done correctly, this has to be done correctly, and suddenly within the span of 5 to 10 years India will be playing in the FIFA World Cup 2034. It does not work like that way.
Yeah.
So step by step you have to get things right. Like now, for example, for the viewers who don't know, recently only we were able to figure out like what should be the tier system in our football, in the
Mm.
Indian football. So like now we have official 4 tiers of football. So earlier it was not there. Now ISL is growing. They have increased the number of teams as well from this season. Newer franchises are being encouraged to join the ISL. Relegation and promotion is finally here. So these things will take time. And of course, as content creators, when we will talk about these things, I hope that ignites the interest of the people as well, of the viewers as well. So they at least come to know what is happening from the point of football in the country. We can only do that much. Like we can only tell you what is happening.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know if that translates to us being a good footballing nation on the field, but definitely garners interest from a lot of new viewers. So I think that's the small steps that we need to do correctly.
No, awesome, man. Continue to keep doing what you're doing. That's for
Sure,
sure.
sure.
Football needs spokes people,
Hmm.
and no, it's required. Um, I before I jump into kind of the monetization, and you mentioned, of course, I mean, you're doing this full time now. I mean, how difficult was it from a family perspective, like kind of convincing people at home? Listen, I've done my engineering, I've done an MBA, but you know what? I'm going to jump into content
Hmm.
full time. I mean, I would think that's also like a I mean, you got to educate people, right? Your closest, I guess, family and things like that. How was that journey for you?
On the contrary, I was supported from the minute go by my
Fantastic.
parents.
That's
And
amazing.
like, even if I used to get those 50, 60 views per video, my father, especially, he also always used to tell me that you're doing great. Just figure the 2 to 3 things out. He used to give me feedback after every
Nice.
video. You can do this, you can do that. You can jump to the point quickly in the video. It takes, you're building up too much.
Is he
The
also a Chelsea fan?
No, no. I mean, he watches football because of me, but like he is into YouTube and football because of me, mostly, like all my
Nice.
like family members. So he was very confident in my ability. He always pushed me hard and always used to help me out with content as well. Used to help me out with what other content creators, like what foreign content creators are doing, what can be done specifically from our end. So he was very supported. So was my mother. So was my wife. And when like I got a particular amount one certain month, so he was like, now is the time that you can focus fully on this, because any which way you're not working for a Google or a Microsoft or earning like lakhs and crores of rupees. So even if you like let go of this job, it's not like you won't get another job. Jobs you will find very easily, but I want you to give your 100% in this, and let's do it for a year, and then let's see where we take it from there. So yeah, that's how it all went about. Not once I had to convince my father. In fact, my father
That's
was the
true.
one who pushed me to quit my job, because what I used to do was 8 p.m. I used to come back home from my job. 7 8 p.m. I used to come. I used to have a dinner or something, 15 minutes of that, 15
Yeah.
minutes talking to the parents and my wife. And from 8:30 or 9 till 2 to 3 in the morning, I used to work on YouTube, live streams and content
Nice.
and all of that. And because it was a very early stage for me, so I did not have any editors. I did
Mm.
not have any thumbnail guys.
Yeah.
So from A to Z, I used to do everything myself. And uh, one fine day, I got a bit ill. So my father told me that you cannot function like this on 4 hours sleep per day. Because I am a heavy duty engine, so I need minimum 8 hours of sleep. So he was like, it will ruin your health, and the health is the most important thing. So job you can find, but if you're doing well in this, try and give your 100% for this. And touch wood, it worked out eventually.
Super, man. That's awesome, and nothing like support from your closest
Definitely.
people.
Definitely. Even my friends were very supportive. Like, no one used to give me that false sense of belief. Okay, you are doing well. Like, बुरा लग जाएगा इसको तो अगर हम सही बात बोल देंगे. It was not like that. They were honest. They were giving me positive feedback, what I could do better in the video. So that really helped me. Like these were small things which
Yeah.
don't get spoken too much about.
Yeah.
You like all people see is like, okay, he's reached from this particular
Exactly.
number to this particular number, but
Yeah.
these are the small details that help you as a content creator, I believe.
Amazing.
Hmm.
How did the name Drog Baba come up?
So, like, Baba is my nickname from school.
Okay. Oh wow.
So there is in every group there is a Baba. So in my school, I was the Baba. So uh, till this day, my friends call me Baba. So now because of the YouTube channel, it has come into fashion more, I think. Drogba,
Yeah. Yeah. That of course.
is my all-time favorite football player.
Amazing.
So, like when I started the channel, I wanted to, like, I was thinking of something catchy, like not a very generic name, like
Yeah.
a sports lover or like football something. I did not want to do that.
Yeah.
So, like, first thing that came into my mind was that I was pretty sure that I want people on the internet to call me Baba. So Baba had to be there. What before Baba? So let's do it Drog Baba. So that's how it all. It was silly at first, but now I
Uh,
think it's something unique.
yeah. Yeah. And also, yeah, one of the greatest strikers of our generation. So, yeah, I
Definitely.
think it's super fit. Nicely picked. So, so monetization, how's that worked out for you? Any specific? I mean, of course, I would assume it's primarily YouTube, but has there been any other kind of areas where you've seen good spikes, and have you seen kind of partnerships? Maybe tell us a little bit about that side, whatever you can.
There are two primary methods of earning for a content creator. One is the AdSense revenue, obviously, that you get from the YouTube, and the other one is brand deals.
Yeah.
So, Instagram does not directly reward you with monetization, but if you've got like decent number of followers and you've got good engagement on your content, so
Mm-hmm.
that allows brands to reach out to you, and like they will ask for your analytics and all of that stuff, and like that helps you to uh, earn money from brand deals as well. Like, for example, a football app which tells scores, gives you any latest news regarding any
Yeah.
transfers and etc. So that is there. Any product promotion that needs to be done. So depending on what I feel comfortable in doing with,
Got it.
I don't do betting apps. I don't do like all of those stuff.
Awesome.
I, I don't. I'm not really into that kind of thing. So brands in which I feel comfortable, I promote them, and of course, the AdSense revenue depends on how frequently you post, how many views you've got, how many watch hours basically your ads are being run on your channel, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the uh, revenue is created in the AdSense. And then when you do a live stream, people send super chats.
Yeah.
So that also adds up in your revenue. So yeah, I think that those are the two primary monetization avenues for a content creator.
Fantastic. I know you have some interesting stories in terms of, I mean, I believe you've been on broadcast in some occasions. You had
Mhm.
the opportunity to meet Mr. Beckham when he came
Mhm.
down. Tell us maybe a little bit how that happened, or maybe any other stories you want to tell
uh,
us about.
so one small disadvantage of me not being based out of Mumbai is like if an event happens, there's a huge chance I might miss that. So that's how it went about. It was like 4 p.m. in the afternoon. We were watching India versus New Zealand World Cup
Yeah.
final.
Yeah.
So a call came, and my manager was like, "Can you make it tomorrow morning 9 a.m. here?" I was like, "I'm in Jaipur, bro. How can I like come so fast?" And even by road, it's not possible to reach before 24 hours. 24 hours without stopping. So by road, so it's not possible to
Yeah.
do Jaipur and Mumbai. So I was like, just let me check if the flights are available. So flights, luckily that day, were available. Like 4 p.m. I had received the call. I had a flight at 8:30 p.m. and it was available for not that expensive price.
Yeah, yeah,
So I took that flight, and while I was booking that flight, I called him again. Like, what's the event? Tell me something about you. He was like, there's an opportunity to do a meetup with David Beckham. Like Meta is organizing an event, and
yeah.
they've asked us to call few selected content creators, and like we have pitched your name, and they want you to come over. So I was over the moon. So like I
Amazing.
did that and reached the venue. And yeah, when he came, like we were all in like what do you call? We were all awestruck. And when I got to shake his hands and like got to click a picture with him, I had so many things to say in my mind, but I could not say a single thing over there. So I was fanboying over there, and the aura that you
Yeah,
feel.
yeah,
And not only with David Beckham, I think when I met Sunil Chhetri as well, the captain
yeah.
of our Indian football
Of
team,
course.
it was the same, but I had to do like a 5 minute Q&A with him. So thankfully, I had written it on a notepad. So I was like literally shaking to get my phone out and to open that document.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I asked him for a second. Sir, please, I want to calm my nerves down because it's a huge moment for him. He was like, he was very humble and he was very sweet. So he was like, take your time, no worries. So yeah, I mean, when you meet such big personalities who you've seen on the television only,
Yeah,
so when they come right in front of you and when they're so sweet to you, when they smile at you and like they say just a simple hello, it's a big thing. So I could not have imagined when I started creating
yeah.
content that I would be meeting David Beckham one day.
That's fantastic, man. No, I mean, I don't think anybody is able to kind of uh, dream of that, right? And suddenly you get a call in your, I mean, that's amazing, man. Kudos to what's happening, and I know there's going to be many more big things. So yeah. Um, from a content creation side of things, I know there's AI, a lot of new kind of technologies, platforms, anything that excites you that you want to share with us, anything that you're using currently, that maybe people should check out.
Uh, I am currently in like I've not really started using that, but there is a platform which allows you to uh, make subtitles for your videos in regional languages. For example,
Interesting.
people don't understand my videos who are from South.
Right.
They don't understand Hindi, or people who are from say particular part of area which
Mm-hmm.
where Hindi is not the primary language.
Yep.
But they want
Yep.
to, like, I've got this feedbacks that we like your videos, but we want you to, when you're giving an opinion or discussing something, is there any way that we can also connect with video? So there is an AI tool. Hopefully, we'll be working with that pretty soon, which
Amazing.
allows you to turn your whatever you're saying into the captions
Yeah.
automatically, like in the regional language, and all you have to do is upload a SRT file in your
Okay.
YouTube video. So it
Fantastic.
will give you a option in closed caption to select a subtitle in a particular language.
Nice. And I don't think we're far away from it. I mean, dubbing in regional languages
I
in real
mean,
time. I mean, it'll happen pretty soon.
possibilities are endless, I think, with the, well, it's exciting and scary as well as at the
True,
same time,
true,
because
true.
you don't know what innovation can take place in not even 2 years, let's say in the next 4 to 5 months.
Yeah,
And you have to change your whole game. So,
true.
like when you see people creating latest songs using Mohammad Rafi's voice, that is scary. That is impressive.
Yes. Yes.
But I don't know,
That's scary.
like there is this new song Lut Put Gaya from Donkey movie, and it was being done in Mohammad Rafi's voice. So it was good, but like I was so scared that oh my god, where it can lead to.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're nearing the end of the conversation, but any advice for aspiring individuals who kind of want to jump into football content creation and something that I know there's a lot of young ones out there and a lot of sort of veterans also who are now trying to figure out, oh, you know what, how do we kind of stay abreast with the game? But yeah, any advice for some of the folks out there?
Just do for the passion of it. If you don't like doing it, and if you got some targets in your mind, you'll never be able to reach where you want to reach. Like if I had quantified uh, at the initial phase of my journey that after certain months I should be getting this much average views on my videos, this much revenue I should be earning, I would have put myself under pressure unnecessarily, and I would be racing against myself. So things will work out eventually. Do what you like to do, play on your strengths, be open to feedback, and yeah, be consistent. That's it. There is no like shortcut or even like something which I can say that I've cracked. I think when it comes
Yeah,
to content creation, things work out at individual level for all the content creators. Maybe there is something which a particular content creator is able to do that I am not capable of, and vice versa.
yeah.
So don't do that. Play on your strength and just like keep on improving. That is what I would say.
Awesome, awesome. For those of you, I mean, you can check out the Drog Baba across multiple platforms. He's there. Any any specific video you'd like some of our viewers to, which I can also share in maybe comments after? Any specific one that you'd want them to kind of check out?
Uh,
Anyone that you really like or would want to push out?
so there's a video called "The History of Indian Football," the rise and the fall and the rise of Indian football. So it took a lot of hard work to make that video. So it's kind of a mini documentary, if I could say it like that. Uh, so you could check that out, and it will like fill you with pride how good we were as a footballing nation in 50s and 60s. So and what went wrong for us in terms of not being at a particular level right now. And another perennial debate that we all have is cricket versus football in India. So
Hmm.
that is also a video that I would like you to check. Like those are videos, those two videos are
Awesome.
non-conventional videos, if I could put it that way.
Fair enough. Amazing, amazing.
Hmm.
Shashwat, this was fantastic. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so much.
much for the time. And we see you on the other side
Sure, sure.
soon enough.
Thank you so much, Arup. Had a
All
lot
right.
of fun. Thank you so much.